Por favor, tomen sus asientos. Please take a seat. Good evening, everyone. I am Mrs. Stankowski, and I have had the honor of serving our scholars as a Spanish teacher. Graduation is the most significant academic event for our students and the entire school community. It is the culmination of years of hard work and personal sacrifice for your students and families alike. The graduation committee has gone to great lengths to make this year's commencement one that will properly honor their accomplishments and provide lasting memories. The significance of this day and the recognition of the students' academic achievements should be observed with respect. To show respect for and to honor all of our graduates, we ask that our guests remain in their seats throughout the entire ceremony. Guests may take photographs from their seats as no one is permitted in the stage area. A professional photographer will be on stage to take photographs of every graduate receiving his or her diploma. At this time, we ask you to please silence all electronic devices. We do not want you to miss any part of the graduation ceremony. Buenas tardes a todos. Yo soy la señora Stankowski y he tenido el honor de servirles a nuestros estudiantes como su maestra de español nivel 1 y 3. La graduación es el evento académico más significativo para nuestros estudiantes y nuestra comunidad. Es la culminación de años de trabajo y sacrificios de nuestros estudiantes y sus familias. El comité de graduación ha trabajado duro para asegurarse de que esta ceremonia sea una de honor que se merecen todos ustedes. La importancia de este día y el reconocimiento de los logros de nuestros estudiantes deberían ser observados con respeto. Les pedimos que permanezcan en sus asientos durante toda la ceremonia. Pueden tomar fotos desde sus asientos. No se pueden acercar al escenario. Un fotógrafo profesional les va a tomar fotos a cada estudiante cuando reciba su diploma. Ahora les pedimos que apaguen el volumen de sus aparatos electrónicos. No queremos que se pierdan ninguna parte de la ceremonia. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand for the academic procession and remain standing until after the national anthem. Señoras y señores, pónganse de pie, por favor, para comenzar la procesión académica y, por favor, permanezcan parados hasta que terminemos el himno nacional. Gracias. remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the national anthem. To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Good evening. My name is Tara Druhard. I am the founding principal of Rhodes School of Environmental Studies, and it is my honor to welcome Chief of Staff Karen Thompson, Board Member Denise Link, Chief Engagement Officer Dr. Buddy Jr., Mr. Dante Gibbs, our families, friends, and supporters to our commencement ceremony celebrating the class of 2022. Seniors, each graduating class has its own personality. Our secret is that we do, in fact, like some classes more than others. And yes, Tanaya Thomas, you are a favorite class of ours. And that's because of the togetherness that you have displayed. No matter what you've been faced with, you've helped each other through it. Even yesterday at breakfast, one of your classmates was encouraging another senior who still had some work to finish. That small act of kindness exemplifies who you are as a graduating class. Your senior slogan was senior-ish, because there were times this year when it felt like we were on the brink of going back to remote, and there were times when things felt normal, like prom and your class trip to Cedar Point. And then there were times when circumstances altered traditions to something even better, like our homecoming tailgate. No matter what the circumstances throughout this year and all 4 years at Rhodes, you have certainly demonstrated resilience and adaptability. Here are some highlights to refresh your memory. You have conquered that blue line of death with your project completion and power focus areas. You've celebrated your small wins and ate an awful lot of pizza and snacks on green days. You've explored the zoo, the Cuyahoga Valley National Park, the city of Cleveland, learning how to restore natural habitats and protect the city, and planted hundreds of trees along the way. You've challenged the adults in our school in a good way with your questions, thoughts, and observations. You have helped create an inclusive and welcoming school community with your actions, words of advice, goal setting, peer mediating, and willingness to try things outside of your comfort zone. And many of you have fought through unimaginable adversity, not just through COVID, to earn your high school diploma that you will receive tonight. So as you wrap up your time at Rhodes School of Environmental Studies, I want to remind you of one of Miss Eckstein's infamous catchphrases: control your controllables. While there were definitely times in these last 4 years that we might have wished you would control your controllables just a little more, you have certainly done that these last 4 years, and that is a skill that will serve you well as you move beyond high school. Tonight, it is my pleasure to recognize the valedictorian and salutatorian of the class of 2022. Would our valedictorian, James Cancel, and our salutatorian, Dariana Rivera-Orta, please stand to be recognized. And would the remaining top 10 students please stand with them to be recognized? James, Alexia, Talisha, Chamika, Patrick, Abdullah, Jennifer, Desiree, Dariana, and Chloe. It truly has been an honor to see how each of you has charted your own individual path to success inside and outside of the classroom. Finally, I would like to recognize our Say Yes scholars. Would all 37 of you please stand? You were only halfway through your 9th grade year when we paused instruction to hear that CMSD had become a Say Yes district. So I don't think we quite realized what an impact that would have at the time, but we have been so grateful over these last 4 years to be able to take advantage of the services and scholarships that Say Yes has to offer. You can sit back down. All of these accomplishments would not have been possible without the support and guidance from some very important people. Seniors behind every cap and gown are the loved ones who have been there every step of the way. So please join me in first thanking your adults. For those who are with us today or watching online, and to those who could not be with us, we want to extend our profound gratitude for entrusting us with your scholars. Second, please join me, students, in thanking your teachers and other school-based staff who are seated on the floor behind you and behind me. I truly believe that we have the best faculty and staff, and what you may not realize or may have taken for granted is that almost all of the teachers who were here on your very first day at Rhodes are still here today, and a couple have snuck back to visit you tonight to say their congratulations. So thank you, faculty and staff, for all of your contributions. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and leadership team at Rhodes School of Environmental Studies, we would like to say congratulations to the class of 2022. We could not be more proud to have you represent our school, and thank you for helping to set the standard for future classes. It is my pleasure to welcome to the podium our Chief Engagement Officer, Dr. Lee Buddy Jr.
Good evening. On behalf of our CEO, Eric Gordon, and our Board of Education, just want to once again welcome you to our graduation ceremony this evening. Definitely want to give some additional kudos to our seniors sitting in front of us, soon-to-be graduates. So we have 52 seniors that are graduating. 39 of them have attended Rhodes School of Environmental Studies all 4 years. 20 students have taken one or more advanced placement classes here. So let's give those 20 a big hand, please. If we could have Dariana stand up again, please. So she is the first student ever from Rhodes to be awarded the Military Officers Association of America Scholarship. Let's give her a hand. Congratulations. This class has lots of favorite things to do. One of the favorite things that your team shared with us was that you guys love to plant trees, so that's great for that. Also, you participated in lots of field trips, learning journeys, had an overnight experience at the Cleveland Metro Park Zoo, created and launched several service projects, including a school-wide recycling and annual Hoops for Giraffe basketball tournament to raise funds for the giraffe conservation. Let's give this class a hand for that, please. Several of our scholars sitting in front of us will attend colleges all throughout this country and abroad. Some of these colleges include Case Western, University of Akron, Cleveland State, and Kent State. Once again, on behalf of our CEO and our Board of Education, just congratulations on reaching this really important milestone. We wish you the best, and please always know that at CMSD, you will always have a home. So thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Angel Hidvigi, and it is my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Mr. Dante Gibbs. Mr. Dante Gibbs was raised in East Cleveland, Ohio. He graduated from Case Western Reserve University in 2010 with his bachelor's in arts and sociology, followed by his master's in social science administration and certificate of nonprofit management in 2012. Immediately after graduation, Gibbs began his focus in community and social development, first through his work at Neighborhood Leadership Institute, later as a fellow at the George Gunn Foundation, and through various social and entrepreneurial pursuits. He co-created #Turkey Takeover, wherein 30,000 individuals were served through turkey/produce giveaway in 2013 through 2017. He created Dante's Gift Express, wherein he and other volunteers delivered gifts and handwritten cards to 3,225 East Clevelanders' homes during the Christmas seasons between 2013 and 2021. Gibbs received the CWRU's Lewis Stokes Service Award, featured as the city champion, landing on the Plain Dealer's front page, and more recently featured as the community leader in Who's Who in America. Gibbs, along with 10 other health civic grassroots organizations, created #Masks for Community, an initiative that provided 77,000 free masks for residents of Cleveland and East Clevelanders, along with voter census information during the onset of the coronavirus pandemic. In 2020, Gibbs launched the CHNH Engaged with the Cleveland Museum of Natural History and Cleveland Votes, positioning the museum to be a community hub for staff and residents to vote and complete the 2020 U.S. Census. This led to all the staff having election day off to vote, furthering the efforts of the museum now being free Sunday for all Cleveland and East Clevelanders. Gibbs is currently the Vice President in Community Partnership at the Conservation Cuyahoga Valley National Parks, where he works across departments, implementing community initiatives, building partnerships, and developing internal and external strategies. Please help me in welcoming Mr. Gibbs to the podium.
All right, good evening, faculty, staff, families, friends, and the class of 2022. Let's just pause for a moment and clap for our graduates. Thank you for this opportunity to be here with you all today. And in the words of the great philosopher Drake, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. As an East Clevelander, I know all about having the odds stacked against you. I know all about people and organizations looking down on you simply because of where you live and who you are. I know all about folks questioning why you are in the room and what possibly could you bring to the table. But I also know how it feels to knock that stack of odds down. I know how to cultivate doubt into excitement. And I definitely know how to answer the question of why I am in the room, because through action, I bring my own table. Do you know who else knows how to do that? You. You are doing it right now. The fact that you are sitting in these very seats moments away from grabbing your diploma and making your celebratory TikTok. It only proves that you also know how to surpass false judgment, overcome obstacles, and be the voice in the room. How many of you thought that through the pandemic, your traditional academic learning style would change? Okay. How many of you thought the school district was tripping when they opened the schools back? Don't worry, you can raise your hand. You graduating, they can't do nothing to you now. How many of you lost a loved one or a friend during this time? How many of you wonder what's next or still wonder what's next? Well, let me tell you, showing up is half the battle, and you all made the conscious effort to be present, to be avid learners, and to be accountable to each other. A couple of weeks ago, I met with the senior council, and I was energized by their present excitement and optimism for this day and days to come. Their stories of their strong bonds created right here at Rhodes. During that conversation, I listened to how even though some students live far away, you all were willing to make the long track due to friends and the teachers and the environment that you all created here that's so vital to your well-being. I listened to examples of when some students were slipping, it was the peer-to-peer approach of students surrounding them with the support and resources needed within this building to overcome and be here today. I listened to personal stories of triumph, whether it was acting, creating records in track and field, cheering, or going to college overseas, or excitement of beginning their trades. Lastly, I learned of the numerous ways in which the student body has become environmental stewards through intentional skill building, direct learning, and creative action like the Paint and Recycling Bin project. This is possible because you all said, we are in this together. You didn't allow the pandemic to shut your advocacy down. You instead harnessed the threat of uncertainty and created an elevated sense of normalcy within each other. Never lose that. Never lose that urge to define yourself. Mistakes will be made, but mistakes are proof that you are trying. Always be willing to lift or reach across as you climb. They say it's lonely at the top, so you might as well bring your family and friends with you, right? Always be the voice for the voiceless, checking what's not right, respectfully, or disrespectfully, depending on how you need to get down. I know we all from Cleveland, so we breed innovation. Think about remaining curious about what drives you and motivates you to allow you to have fun and create that impact you wish to do. Continue to be engaged in your success as you go on to pioneer global perspectives on community-minded leadership and environmental stewardship. The same way you all learned you needed each other, we need you as well, your skills, your lived experience, and your humor. So I challenge the full-fledged adults in this room to just listen. Listen and respect what they have to say, fund and implement their ideas. They are the leaders we say we do not have. They are more than just your, can you help me with this Excel spreadsheet? They are more than just, can you teach me that little dance? They are the change agents that we all invested in. So let's sit back and reap our rewards. Rhodes School of Environmental Studies, class of 2022. It has been my distinct honor to serve as your commencement speaker. Thank you and congratulations.
Can we thank Mr. Gibbs one more time, please?
Good evening. I'm Denise Link, and I'm on the Cleveland School Board, and I'm so proud of all of the graduates here. Dr. Buddy, do you attest to the fact that these students have satisfactorily completed the requisite course of study prescribed by the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, the Board of Education of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, and the Ohio Department of Education?
I certify that all students seated in front of us have met all of the educational requirements of the state of Ohio and the Cleveland Metropolitan School District and have passed all of the required parts of the Ohio graduation and the Ohio State tests. These scholars are now ready to receive their diplomas.
Then, on behalf of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District Board of Education, I have the high honor to bestow upon you, members of the Rhodes School of Environmental Studies 2022 graduating class, your high school diplomas, along with all of the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
All right. Before we continue, can I hear una bulla for our students? Can I hear? Yes. Una bulla. All right. All righty. So, will those seated on stage please prepare for the presentation of diplomas? Teachers Courtney Gargiulo and Brandon Wolf will be reading the names of our graduating seniors. We request that the audience participation be of respectful celebration, honoring the commitment to learning and the fulfillment of dreams shared by all graduates that walk across the stage today. We ask that you hold your applause to the end of the roll call so that all graduates enjoy their moment of walking across the stage. Ahora van a comenzar el procedimiento académico. Por favor, aguanten sus aplausos y celebraciones hasta el final para que cada graduado pueda disfrutar de su caminata. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much.
Jamarcus Antonio Banks, Jr. Anthony Michael Bayura. James Anthony Cancel, valedictorian. Alexia Lene Capeles. Talisha Tiffany Cole. Ho. Christopher Lee Dinsmore. Chiamaka Promise Ide. Odyssey Nevaeh Farbs. Patrick Tyler Freimeyer. Joseph Michael Gillermello. Ziera Lynn Gonzalez. Gabriela Yanira Hernandez Martinez. Julian Hernandez. Angel Amaya Hidvegi. Ronald Vincent Hillman. Jamarius Hope. Jaden Muniz Hudson. Joseph Isaiah Lewis. Kai Lee. Please give another round of applause for this group of graduates.
Nalana Lee Mackin. Abdullah Ibn Madeira. Donnell Mays. Jennifer Mejias. Taneri Yamilet Menjavar. Layla Anis Minter. Isaiah Jaquel Mitchell. Honesty Moore. Desiree Brianna Prack. Alexander Prato. Tyree Jermaine Rendell. Saira Nair Rijo. Dariana Nyom Rivera Orta, salutatorian. Tyrone Roberts Jr. Dina Robinson. Jade Roby. Noelise Nachel Rodriguez Coriano. Naisha Lee Ruiz. Adrian Luis Santiago Jr. Aaliyah Scott. Samar Antonio Scott. Damian Jose Serrano. Ayana Shepard. Victor Charles Simpson. Emily Jean Smith. Tanaya Sajay Thomas. Chloe Vance. Stephanie Mariah Williams. Please give a round of applause for this group of graduates.
Thank you. Yes. No problem. Sorry about that. On behalf of the Board of Education of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, Mayor Justin Bibb, Chief Executive Officer Eric S. Gordon, I wish to congratulate the young men and women of the Rhodes School of Environmental Studies, class of 2022, their parents and families. Congratulations.
Buenas tardes, bienvenidos a todos. It's an honor to welcome you all this evening. I would like to start by saying thank you to our teachers, the school faculty, all of you amazing parents, and especially our lovely lunch ladies who fed us every day for making high school quite the experience. And to our fellow graduates, congratulations. Y'all made it. Barely, but y'all made it. Now I know what you guys are thinking. This marks the beginning of our journey. The truth is, our journey began a long time ago. You guys just missed it. Today, however, marks the day it divides into a multitude of unique roads. Personally, I have enjoyed these past few miles we have gone through together, even if some of you, never mind. At the start of our journey, when we were asked what we wanted to be when we grew up, anything we could think of was from spaceships to, in my case, Rockstar Barbie. Okay, she was cool. Don't judge me, please. But as we grew older, the option became more practical. But the truth is, at this point, with so many options, do any of us, be honest with me now, do any of us are for certain know what we want to do in our individual journeys? Yeah, I didn't think so. I honestly don't. You guys really think I have my life planned out, but in reality, I'm a hot mess. Like a hot mess. But if I did actually know, I would tell you the secret formula. You know, Mr. Krabs ain't looking. But really, real talk, I wanted to drop out in the 4th grade while living in Puerto Rico, then the 8th grade, and this year, actually. But I pulled through and I continued on, and I'm able to be here today graduating. Regardless, we have the world to our feet. We're young and reckless. Doesn't matter how many times we have fallen, there's always more road to walk on. As cliche as it sounds, the real difference between a novice and a master is that the master has fallen more times than a novice has even tried. And we should take that to heart. Every time you try and you fail, you get up and you try again. Can you hear me? You try again. Oh, sorry, I'm nervous. The road is over and never over. No one cares about the people who sat down in the middle of the race, but the ones who actually finished it. I really hope to see you all in some crossroad around your fulfilled lives. Before I end my wonderful speech, I would like to introduce some of my sponsors, being Miss Watson, Google, Quizlet, Socratic, and oh, my sister, you're a real one. Because without some of those, I know most of us wouldn't be sitting where we are today. Especially without Miss Watson. Yeah, we all needed help. We needed help in health, okay? It was hard, it was online, come on now. But my name is Dariana Rivera Horta, your class president and salutatorian, and you guys have a great day. Thank you. Can I please have Kai and Promise join me up here?
And at this time, will all of the graduating seniors please stand? The tassel is worn on the right side of the mortarboard as a symbol of change. I hereby declare the Rhodes School of Environmental Studies, class of 2022, to be graduates of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District. You may now turn your tassel to the left side of your mortarboard. One more hand for the class of 2022. Audience members, as we share in the celebration of your students' achievements, at this time, if you will please rise for the recessional. At the conclusion of the recessional, we invite you to join us in the cafeteria for a brief reception. Congratulations, class of 2022.